Today we're going to read Nisa's International Day by Reem Faroumi. Nisa's International Day. Hi, my name is Anisa Zakaria and I love baking. I have my own bakery and share it with my little sister, Sanita, even though I do most of the work. Also, I love tortues because it's the like tortues. They live in the water. I have turquoise glasses and pink glasses, but sometimes I forget to wear them or I lose them. I love art too. Mom says that I agree, but I disagree. Creative people sometimes need to be messy to make. Beautiful art. I always try to tell Mom that, but she never understands. I live with my family in Atlanta, Georgia. I love it when my grandparents visit or when my favorite aunt, Sana Hana, come to see us. My parents were born in Pakistan, so some summers we travel there, which is really fun. The doorbell rang. Ding dong! I was painting the perfect sea turtle when the loud sound made me lose my focus. My elbow knocked over my jar of brownish green water. Oops. I dumped a few paper towels over the messy kitchen table and ran to the door. I got there just in time. A few seconds before my little sister Zanira, a package sat on the top step with 4 names on it. I grabbed the box first, but Zanira knocked me with a bony elbow and read the label on the box. It's from Nani, she said. I was annoyed that Zanira read the label first, but I couldn't stop smiling. I love garden boxes from Nani in Pakistan. The box looked big, but when I shook it up and down, it felt surprisingly light. I tore open the box and saw my favorite color looking right back at me, turquoise. It was a kurta. It had pink poms on the sleeves and yellow tassels on the bottom. There were also a sparkly shalwar kameez and a gold and blue silk gahara that Nani had sent all the way from Karachi, Pakistan. I unfolded Nani's perfect square note. The kurtas are for Anisa and Zanira to wear every day. The sparkly shalwar kameezes are for Anisa and Zanira to wear to parties. And the garas are extra special for Anisa and Zanira to wear special. I wish I could be all the parties, but I can't wait to see you at the wedding in a few months, inshallah. Egg. Zanira squealed when I took the clothes out of the box, and she saw the very same clothes in her size, but in her favorite colors, pink and orange. I dropped the box and ran to my room to admire my new turquoise kurta. The kurta was light as paper and felt soft like my favorite turtle pajamas. The designs on the kurta reminded me of Mehndi. I couldn't wait to copy them into my doodling notebook, where I always save my favorite patterns and designs. My doodling notebook helps me concentrate. What I like about mending is that the patterns repeat over and over. Circles go from small to large, and big paisley petals and leaves intertwine with each other. I traced over Nani's loopy writing. Sometimes I save scraps of Nani's letters. I love her handwriting. Then I made my way to the kitchen, where Mom was frying garlic and onions. I could hear the sound of mustard seeds popping. Dolls simmered on the stove. Mom knows how to add just the right amount of spice without making it too spicy. Look what Nani said. Can I wear it to school tomorrow? I twirled around. Hold, Inga, my new kurta. Mom looked up and smiled. She whipped her hands on her apron. Her fingertips were golden from the turmeric she'd added to the nail. Of course you can, Mom said. It'll be a nice break from the jeans and t-shirts you always wear. Mom's eyes lingered on the table. Her fuzzy eyebrows went down when she saw the soggy paper towels I'd forgotten to clean up the messy I'd made. Sorry, I said, giving Mom my sweetest smile. I am an artist. Artists are creative, and that means they sometimes make a mess. I hoped you would understand this time. Usually I forgot to throw away the pen, so shavings from my colored pencils, and I used to forget my cap and my markers, but I don't do that anymore. I love to add color to the many patterns in my notebook. I find it soothing. Artists can be clean too. In fact, in this house, it's required. Mom said as she gave me a cleaning rag and pointed at the mess with one golden finger. She didn't put her finger down until I'd cleaned everything up. As I built up the soggy paper towels, I peeked up at my sea turtle. It was turquoise, like my new coats. I decided to add some gold too. The next morning, Mom was in rush, so she announced that today was anything breakfast. I added a splash of milk to my bowl before mixing frosted flakes and cinnamon toast crunch. Mom rolled her eyes. I shrugged. It's anything breakfast. Usually Mom boils those eggs. She tries to make the yolks yummy, but some days they're too hard and some days they're slimy. Sometimes they're so slimy it drips off the plate and into my lap. She loves the beach. Nema and I both giggled. And just then Kenny's mouth popped open. I love your dress, Anissa. Thanks. It's a kurta my grandmother sent from Pakistan. I replied. I get boxes from my grandma too. Prerna bought it in. She sends them from India. Many of you need to get started on your morning work, Miss Torres said. Each morning we're supposed to start our day in silence. When we're done with our worksheet, we get to read. I don't think Miss Torres is a morning person. Anissa, I do love your new dress, Miss Torres said. It's a kurta. My grandmother sent it from Pakistan, I said proudly. That gives me an idea. We should have an international day, Miss Torres suggested as she straightened the papers she was grading. The class buzzed with excitement. Pererna raised her hand. Can we wear special clothes? She asked. I raised my hand. Can we bring in food? I asked. They are all wonderful ideas. Everyone can bring in the food or an activity from the places they choose. Many of us have roots in different places in the world or from here within the United States. From the United States, please choose the states that your family has a connection to or where you have lived the longest. Or you can choose a country that you have a connection with. Please choose a place that is meaningful or interesting to you. Learning about each other's backgrounds can show us our differences, but it can also show us how similar we are. We can dress up too. This Friday, we can create and color paper flags from around the world and hang them all over the classroom, says Miss Torres. And let's do International Day next Friday, she added. Everyone can start thinking of ingenious ideas. Ingenious is. Our word of the week, it means clever or original. Thank you to Anissa for inspiring us. Miss Torres wrote ingenious ideas for International Day on the board and underlined it 2 times. My mind was already racing with ideas. Zanira and I had created what we call the A to Z bakery. We even have a logo. It's not a real bakery, but we do take orders from our family. When I bake something for International Day, I had to bring in something extra special. The sound of sizzling oil greeted my ears when Zanira and I ran into the house after school. I couldn't wait to tell Mom about International Day. I hung my bag on the hook and ran over, stopping mid-run to stare. Mom's favorite pneumonia flower candle was lit. It smelled like jasmine. She only lit it when someone was coming over. Even though Mom told us to clean up all the time, our house didn't stay clean. Today, the house didn't look as messy as it usually did. I peeked into the kitchen and saw Mom flipping golden brown samosas. I dangled my fingers over the samosa plate, but Mom swatted my hand away. Not yet, Mom said. Sana Khala's calming over. That explained the clean house. Sana Khala is my aunt. My mother's sister and mom are having an international day at school. Miss Torres liked my kurta and it gave her the idea to ask everyone to bring in the food or an activity from their country or state. And we get to dress up, I said. You should bring sugar cookies, Zanira said. It has to be something from Pakistan, I explained. But you're from Pakistan, said Zanira. It's not the same. I rubbed my fuzzy caterpillar eyebrows as I thought. I got I got I got out my turquoise feather pen and doodling notebook. I wrote ingenious ideas for International Day. I like that ingenious was a fancy word for clever. But the delicious smell of the samosas keep distracting me. I made my eyes big and my mouth really said sad as I looked at the pile of stringing samo. Says, Mom saw my sad face, put the spatula down, and handed me the tiniest samosa on the plate. The samosa had a perfect crunch and burst of the flavor. It almost made up for the fact, and I knew Sanahala was going to get married soon and move 45 minutes youths away from us. I was really going to miss having her drop my last minute for tea. Luckily for me, she was coming over more to plan her wedding. That was a few months away. In the meantime, there were